What's up, YouTube? Ecstasy back, finally bringing you that review I promised of the Wii wireless gaming controller. It's been a good controller, but it's not without its bad spots. So stick around and we're going to talk about what's good, what's bad, and you'll be able to determine for yourself whether or not this is something that you're going to want to buy. First up, let's talk about what comes with the controller itself. You obviously get the controller. It also comes with a little carrying case. It's nice, it's velvety, it's got a little separator in between for carrying other things and not damaging the controller. You get the charging cable, which is micro USB. You get two little sticky silicone pads, which I ended up using incorrectly, but worked in my favor. And it comes with this tiny little dongle. I spent about 40 minutes researching this dongle, trying to figure out what it's actually for, because it kind of doesn't make sense. And my initial thoughts were that it was a receiver so that I could play it with like maybe my PC or I don't know, Xbox One or however crap controllers work. But it turns out I was wrong. What it's actually for is automatically mapping all the controller buttons for certain games in the Chinese market. But to even use it, it's going to require a rooted Android phone or a rooted Android tablet. Most people don't even root their devices, and there's a reason the manufacturer didn't even put English instructions in there on how to use it. So I would steer clear and just put it to the side. Moving on, it's compatible with Android 4.4 or above. It's compatible with iOS 7.1.2 and above, sports Bluetooth 4.0, and has a 300 milliamp an hour battery. And that battery does not disappoint. Bunabay, the Amazon seller from which I purchased this, gave a playtime estimate of 80 hours. If you go to the controller's official website, it gives an estimate of about 75 hours. I didn't charge it at all after opening it up. I just went right to playing. It didn't need to be charged, and after a week's worth of use, I still haven't charged it. I think that the 75 to 80 hours estimated playtime is right on the money. The telescopic holder supports devices up to 6 inches wide. But I had serious issues fitting my Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus in the controller while it had its minimalistic case on. It's not that it was too wide or anything, it was just that it was too thick and it wouldn't sit inside the side framing the way it was intended. I think this is one of the biggest faults of the controller and a serious oversight on the manufacturer. Had you just thickened up that particular wall in that area, it would have fit a lot more phones. The controller sports 4 action buttons, X, Y, A, and B. 4 bumper buttons, L1, L2, R1, and R2, start, select, 2 thumbsticks, and a 4-way directional pad. Just to note on those thumbsticks though, they do not have the L3 and R3 buttons like you would see on some DualShock controllers, the Xbox One controllers, or some other Android PC controllers. The major feature of the controller, the telescoping doohickey, utilizes springs and a series of smaller plastic housings with a metallic core to accomplish its goal. The design works well enough, but it falls short in the stability department. The rubber pads that come with it definitely help though. You're supposed to use it on the sides to keep it from hitting top-mounted power buttons on phones, but I used it on the back so that I could keep it from flexing inward. This definitely helped while playing Super Mario for the SNES. The slide is easy to pull and holds together well. Connecting the controller to both my iPhone and my S8 Plus was easy. Turn it on, hold the logo button, and boom, you have a rapidly flashing blue light and you'll be able to find it no problem in your Bluetooth settings. If you want to reconnect it, just turn the controller on, hit the logo button, and it'll automatically reconnect to the last device it was paired with. Pairing it to a new device, however, was a little finicky. When you do this, make sure that the previously connected device is nowhere near it, or that its Bluetooth is turned off. Otherwise, when you turn the device on, the controller will want to reconnect to the previously connected device. I had difficulties getting the controller back into pairing mode after it had already connected previously to a device, without taking these steps. Moving forward, the controller, it felt a little cramped. It wasn't too bad, but there were times where I hit the right thumbstick trying to hit the A button or move from the B back to the A button. Speaking of the buttons, they were nice and silent, unlike some other controllers I've played. The bumper buttons are a little clicky and a little tacky, but when you press them, they have nice tactile feel, and I appreciate that. Also, L2 and R2 feel quite nice to use. Even though they are clicky, they don't travel a whole lot. So when I press them, I don't have to move my fingers for what feel like kilometers just to get the button to register that it's been pressed. Okay, so let's recap. The controller has a nice quality feel to it. The buttons feel great to press, and the battery life is out of this world, letting you play for days without needing to recharge it. And with only a 2 to 3 hour recharge time, your downtime in between gaming sessions is minimal. The controller falls short in comfort and in size limitations. It's just not big enough to support 10-inch tablets like an iPad, for example. But at $41, I think the pros could far outweigh the cons. Me personally, I like the controller, so I think I'll keep it around. I'd like to know what you guys think though. Is the controller worth it? Is the cost too high or too low? Are there other controllers out there that people should be using instead of this one? Leave a comment in the section below and tell me what you guys think. Also, if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to the channel, like or dislike the video, and thanks again for watching, guys.